Hey, what's up everyone? It's Mike from Hardcore Vitals, hardcorevitals.com for the best supplements in the world. Alright, so now that I've plugged my own website and my own advertising and my own company, let's get down to business. So, this is more of an unexpected video. I didn't plan on making one like this, but if you're a car guy and you'll probably end up facing some of the same issues that I faced before and probably many others. So I'll start off by saying I'm definitely not a mechanic, that's for sure. But I do know a couple little tricks that can help you out. For instance, I got a new turbo in a couple days ago to replace my old one. This is a Toyota CT26. You can tell it's a stock MR2 turbocharger. And I'm replacing it with this billet XTR Toyota CT26 with a much larger turbine, as you can see. So, anyway, I have another video about that. That'll be up shortly on the comparison and then the review, and a couple weeks later, even the dyno. So, I got a new manifold with the new turbo. It's a new to me, but definitely used manifold, and it's missing a stud. So, this one has a stud, but I don't want to damage the threads, and vice grips just aren't going to cut it to get this out. This has been in the car for, I guess, let's say 23 years. I guess that's how old it is. Yeah, wow, 91. Alright, so here's just a quick tip. If you want to remove a stud that's stuck on, and it's always a good idea to spray it down with PB Blaster. I haven't in this case. I'm going to give it a shot without it. Or another method which I've seen works really wonders. You heat up this corner here, and it expands this so that the steel is going to expand with the cast iron, but you want the cast iron to expand more to free this. But you put a little candle wax on here, and it goes into where the threads are here, and it really does loosen it up nicely. It adds a lot of lubrication. But since I'm working on a wood bench, I don't want to cause a fire, so I'm not going to try that method. The first method I'm going to do is I've got a bolt, just the same thread, or a nut rather, sorry. Screw it onto there. Alright, so then I've got the nut that came off of it. Screw it on there also. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten these two against each other. I'm going to use it's a lot easier if you do have an impact gun to do this. It's late at night. I don't want my compressor going and waking up my neighbors, so I'll be nice and courteous to them. So I just have with me, just on the bench here, is a breaker bar. It's a little overkill for tightening. You don't really have to do that. But you tighten the two nuts together. Here, I'll move this so I can show you. Tighten the two together. Don't want to slip around the nut. Alright. And then they're pretty tight now. So now this is where the breaker bar does come in handy. I can use the force of it to pop this stud out. So I will give it a bit of a push, and we'll see. Let me get a close-up on that stud so you can see if it does move. The world's slowest zoom on this camera. Alright, so here we go. And this is definitely me on some Hardcore Vitals, Lifeblood, and creatine, so I'm geared up for all that strength right now. Alright. Alright, I don't know if you guys can tell, but the stud definitely turned. I'm going to switch over to... Actually, you know what? I'm too lazy right now to go get my ratchet, but it's actually moving pretty freely. With the ratchet, this would probably be a lot faster. Or definitely an impact, of course. So, alright, that stud's coming out pretty freely, not hand turnable just yet. Maybe I need to take double the lifeblood or something to be able to turn that by hand. Stuff really does give you crazy strength. Alright, can I turn it by hand yet? Yes, I can. Might get stuck in one or two rough spots, but I'm going to just continue taking it out. And before I get to the very end with this, I'm going to loosen up the other nut on there, because I really don't want to just throw the stud in the vise and potentially ruin the threads on the other end. So I'm actually pretty impressed. This is coming out a whole lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I tried it on the turbo because it was missing a stud on it, the new one, but I could not get it off the old turbo. Heated it up, put some PB Blaster on there. I don't have the candle wax, or I didn't have that on me at the time. So, alright, let's break these free. There we go. Alright, those are broken free. Now, let's see. Alright, that stud's coming out nice and good. So the stud's out, and that was a quick and easy tip. If you have a stuck stud and you want to extract it, it's great. The reason I'm going with this different manifold is, you can't see that. Alright, the reason I'm going with this manifold is because this old one is warped. It has been on the car for 23 years and it's been through 2 different turbos, so it's had its fair share of wear and tear on it. So now I'm just going to set this other stud in here, and surprisingly this new manifold, all these studs are really finger-like loose. It's pretty cool. Except this one's on pretty tight. Alright, so that's it. I'm going to spray this in with a little WD-40 just because there's a lot of rust on this and it's not threading in as easy as I'd like it to. And that's about it. Leave a comment below. Check out our other videos. I'll have a lot more car stuff up, a lot more bodybuilding, and my transformation progress up over the next coming weeks and so. And definitely give us a like if you like the video. If you don't, like it anyway. I'm not going to tell anybody. And definitely hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.